West 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, every weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA, The Source.
We are The Source, WOCA.
5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Nice looking Thursday morning. Let me give you a real quick update on the forecast. There's a 20% chance we'll see rain this afternoon, a 50% chance we'll see rain tomorrow. High temperatures today, 99 degrees, which could break the record. The record was 98 degrees back in 1968, so we could actually see a record day today for our area. And right now, what is it right now? 75?
Nice. 75? It's nice.
Is it nice up there?
It is nice.
75 feels like 87, according to the AccuWeather folks. I'm reading what they say.
Okay.
And one quick correction. I was saying that the launch was going to happen. Hold on, I was reading it wrong.
Yep.
At 8:37. That's when the launch window opens. It says here the launch window opens at 8:37. However, since the mission is classified, the Air Force has not disclosed when the launch window closes, and therefore we don't know exactly what time this rocket is going up.
Yeah, they can still be bombed.
Get your lawn chair. Get your lawn chair and wait. That's what I would do.
That's right.
Just don't stand there. It's too long. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you right now?
Tree zone.
In the tree zone. Have you ever been able to see a rocket launch from the Cape from Gainesville?
No. No. Gainesville's too far away.
Okay.
It's you got from Ocala. It's kind of visible on a good day. Oh,
I've seen it from Ocala many times. I saw a nighttime launch from Rainbow Lakes Estates, which is all the way almost near the Gulf Coast.
Right.
But a nighttime launch is different than a daytime. And it was. I couldn't believe how bright it got. I couldn't believe how it lit the sky from that far away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, but I know you're not as excited about it as we are, because we are boomers.
Yes, we are. I love rocket launches.
We had this discussion once before that
they're fine.
Our age group is a little bit more fascinated, I think, than people who are younger than us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
There was a lot more to be excited about as far as the space program when you were younger than when I was younger.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of, we had the Columbian and the space shuttles, and we really started to take that for granted. So, yeah.
So I wonder what else in history compares that. Like, I wonder if 40 years after the first car, were the old folks saying, "Oh my gosh, there's a car"? I wonder if they were excited still to see.
Oh, I'm sure they were. I mean, because it took so long for cars to become popular. There were cars in the 1890s, and they didn't become prevalent until the 1930s, really, I guess.
Yeah. What about Adam?
So, yeah.
The first woman he saw was Eve. He must have been so excited.
Oh.
40 years later, he's looking at a woman, and she's saying, "Stop it! She's related to you."
And somewhere between 20,000 and a million years since that happened, so we're still excited.
Yeah, there's no fooling around for Adam. I mean, everybody's a relative.
Yeah, everybody's related to him.
He has to settle for Eve.
Yeah, I don't think he had
no adultery there.
The weird part is, wow, my ribs are pretty powerful.
That's right, to produce something like that.
Oh my gosh. All right. I actually have a topic today that is basically going to keep us on track with the whole blood donation theme, I hope, the whole way through. Sure. And we've had a similar topic once before. It was about the donation slogans. And I know,
Oh, okay.
and I remember when we had this once before, that we were actually telling you some of the ones you came up with. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I had used, yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
spread around. They spread. I mean, if you come up with a good idea,
Absolutely.
somebody will use it. I don't want to say the word steal, but they will.
Oh, we network. I know most of the other people in my position throughout the country, so there's not a lot of us.
There was one on this list, though. There's only 11 on this list. It's called the 11 Most Powerful Blood Donation Slogans. And there's one on here that is powerful, but taken out of context or without the visual, it sounds a little bit like you might have said.
Worry about that.
Yeah, you might have said. Did you hear us talk about it earlier?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I'll tell you what it is. When you hear it without the visual, you go, "Oh man, I don't know that we should use that one." But I'll tell you what it is in a second. First, how is the blood supply?
It's a great tease. It's good. It's not good. It's okay. We have just over a 3-day blood supply, and we are really in desperate need of O and emergency need of AB. And I believe we're about to go on emergency need. So just get out there and get the life and donate blood. Our usage has been really high this summer. Usually it kind of goes down a little bit because people are traveling, but it's actually gone up a little bit.
Really?
So, we're a little behind. Yeah. So just get out there, get the life and donate blood.
Well, that's because you've been really hammering home, about emergencies starting to happen, like the Pulse nightclub shooting, like the blood you would donate that day couldn't help the victims and things. So you really are good at your public relations, Galen, to really instill people, nothing's happening right now, but it might, so you need to donate today.
Well, usage is up. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So we just need more donors. We need more blood. So, yeah.
That important message is made possible by two great sponsors, Palm Garden of Ocala and Penn Flooring. Go visit Penn Flooring. They've got some beautiful flooring for you to choose from as you're remodeling your home. Don't forget the floor. They've got some carpeting and wood paneling and vinyl flooring and you name it. They've got it, all colors, and they will install it for you and instruct you how to take care of it. They are located at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge, if you're coming from Pine Avenue, which is just a few blocks away. Their number is 351-3420, and their website, pennflooring.com. Thank you, Penn Flooring. And Palm Garden of Ocala, if you or a loved one ever needs any help from a rehabilitation center, health center, that's what Palm Garden is. It's a skilled nursing facility, which every facility is not, by the way. Mm-hmm. Gosh, we went to one yesterday. I'll tell you about it in a second, but it was just so much fun. Anyway, go to Palm Garden and tell them that you heard about it on WOCA. Thank them for doing this. And remember, they've got some 21st century technology to help you get back on your feet, literally.
Yes.
The one that kind of impressed us because it's got a cool name, the Zero Gravity Treadmill.
Yeah.
But there's just all kinds of things to help you get back walking again. Swallowing, you would never think that you'd ever lose the ability to swallow, but sometimes we do.
Yes.
As we get older or go through different circumstances in life. So they'll take care of you or your loved one, whether it's for a long time, a short time, or for rehabilitative purposes. And they are located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Their phone number is 854-6262, and their website is palmgardenofocala.com.
Yeah.
Hey, we went to one yesterday and played music, and there was a man there doing air drums.
Yeah, it was cool.
An old guy, yeah. And I said to him, "You must have been a drummer, huh?" And he said, "No, I was just a noisemaker."
Yeah. He was humble.
He downplayed what he did, but you could tell he must have been a drummer at one time.
Yeah, it was absolutely marvelous.
Kind of makes you sad, doesn't it, a little bit?
It does.
You see somebody and you know that was his joy in his life, was playing a musical instrument or anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's very, very sad.
If you went to a facility like that and talked about baseball. In fact, we talked about baseball yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Because we did the baseball song, right?
Yes.
And oh my gosh, and people's faces light up. This is kind of piggybacking on yesterday's topic, but it was just.
And they talk about their favorite teams, and it's just
they always
awesome.
do. You know what comes up the most? Cubs.
Yeah, the Cubs.
Cubs comes up the most at that age group. I don't know why.
A little shocked by that.
Are you really? And then your team, the Red Sox, comes up a lot.
Yep. Yeah, it does.
Did Mets come up? I think Mets came up yesterday.
The Mets came up. Yeah.
Somebody said Mets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just shocked by the the Cubs, because you wouldn't think there would be a lot of people from the Chicago area that would come to this part of the world. But,
Huh.
Well,
they've been the lovable losers forever.
But you're not from Boston, and you love the Boston Red Sox. So.
right.
No, but you would think there would be a lot more people from New York or, Boston, just because of it's right on the East Coast.
Well,
And the spring, there's not even a spring training Cubs, or they don't even have spring training.
but
here. They have that in Arizona.
90% of the residents are women, and sometimes I think they just say a name that they like.
That
Cubs.
may be. That may
Cubs.
be.
I love Cubs. Everybody loves Cubs. Who doesn't love Cubs?
Yeah.
All right, so I have some.
You don't have anybody who hates the Cubs because they're lovable losers.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be it.
Wonder what a Cubs fan.
All right, here we go. Now, I want to tell you these slogans, and the way I want to do this, Galen, is I want to ask you to put yourself into the boardroom where you're tossing back and forth ideas, and should you run with this particular slogan as the campaign slogan that you're going to run with, okay? So would you, I'm going to ask you this, would you use this slogan? Now, all of these people have used these slogans. So would you, if you were in the boardroom, would you have gone along with it or gone against it? And the other one is, have you ever used any of these? So I'm going to make the one I think is the most controversial first, and then I'll explain why it's really not controversial if you see the visual that goes with it. Here's what the text says in bold print on the poster. It says, your children needs 1 pint of blood to live. It should be your child, right? Your child needs 1 pint of blood to live.
Or your children need 1 pint of blood to live. They put an S there.
All right. Pick the heterosexual one. That's how it finishes.
Gee.
Your child needs 1 pint of blood to live. Pick the heterosexual one. All right. That's the slogan.
Okay.
Let me tell you what the visual shows. It shows 4 identical pints of blood. And so when you first see the slogan...
Oh,
yes.
I understand what they're doing.
There you go.
No, I would never do it. So that's not a blood center-based blood message. That is a message by the LGBTQ community that they put out.
Oh, really?
They were compelling the FDA, trying to get the FDA to waiver on the same-sex
okay.
question. That's a political poster. That has nothing that did not come from the blood center, and I have seen it.
Oh, really?
And, and I was like, gosh darn it, because it's so difficult to get your message out there with all the other noise, and then when you have something like this that's kind of touches your message, but it's in a political way, it can turn a lot of people off. And it's just one of those things you have to battle.
Okay, so so what you're saying makes sense, and I'm sure you're right. What I'm guessing is the person who put this together got it wrong, because they're saying that these are all used from different organizations, like the Puget Sound Blood Center is, for example, the one that had that one, I think. The Bonfils Blood.
I the Bonfils, Bonfils. Yeah.
Yes.
I know the one that was used by Puget Sound. That one, they didn't use it. There was a day in which they were going to have National Gay Donation Day, and
okay.
That's where it came from. But
yes.
it was not created by Puget
And
Sound.
I would go along with you. And this is, guys, please don't say I'm a homophobe, but I would have said no to that one if it was suggested. I would have said no. People aren't going to get it. It's not going to get anybody. It's going to be more political than anything, as Galen pointed out. So
exactly.
All right, anyway, it makes a good.
It
makes a point.
It's wrong on a lot of levels.
All right. Let me take a break, and then we'll be back. I have the other 10 powerful blood donation slogans that we will or will not use. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Partly sunny today, hot with highs of 93 to 95. Patchy clouds tonight with lows of 73 to 76. Partly sunny with an afternoon thunderstorm for tomorrow and Saturday. Highs will be between 91 and 94 degrees for both days. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Heather Zayer.
Palm Garden of Ocala leads in the area of orthopedic care with proven outcomes. Planning to have a new hip or knee joint due to arthritis or as the result of a fall? Palm Garden may be the answer. Guests appreciate the services of highly trained therapists and state-of-the-art equipment. And if you pre-register, you can secure a private room at no extra charge by mentioning this ad. Palm Garden makes no bones about it. They provide the best in orthopedic care. Call 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, asking you to support adoption by purchasing a Choose Life license plate from your county tag office. You know it costs a lot to give a child life. Many times a woman is forced to make a bad choice because of financial pressures. Help save the lives of the unborn children by aiding women whom choose life instead of abortion. Take a stand for life. Purchase your Choose Life license plate today. For more information, go to chooselife.org or call 352-624-2854.
20 minutes after 8 o'clock, 76 degrees. Temperatures today expected to climb to 99. Might be the hottest day of the summer. I don't know. It's probably reached more than that in some places already. But I think this is the hottest predicted temperature so far. Galen Unold on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. We're talking about what he does for a living, which is persuading people to donate blood. And part of that is to come up with clever campaigns, and campaigns typically have a slogan associated with them, so we're focusing on the slogan portion of the campaign. What's your current campaign slogan? Do you have one?
Yeah, it's superheroes. So that's what we've been going with all year. So what we try to do is keep with a theme and then use that theme for an entire year.
Well, that's right.
So right now we're into superheroes.
It shows a little boy with like a Superman costume on or something.
Oh,
right?
that was one we used earlier this year. Yeah, absolutely.
Here's another simple one. Anybody can give blood is another slogan. This is also from the Puget Sound Blood Center.
Okay.
That's it. The poster adds value to the message by showing a group of diverse and funny people waiting in line.
Right.
Okay, so anybody can give blood. Doesn't matter who you are.
Okay.
Yeah, and Puget Sound's a little. They're unique in the blood world in that they do a lot of advertising. LifeSouth doesn't pay for any advertising in any way, shape, or form. It's just against our directives. But Puget Sound is one of those blood centers, and they're based out of Seattle that do. And so you'll notice that they have some very edgy stuff. And so, yeah, I've seen that one too. The visual's better than the message itself.
Yeah, and the next one, the visual, I think, is a little troubling. It shows a pointed, bloody finger. And it says, bring a life back to power. Make blood donation your responsibility. A bloody pointed finger.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know if I like that.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. And you will never see. You don't want to gross people out. If you you want to get people to, and I've used your story many times, and when I'm speaking to our people about how your job is to get somebody and to encourage them to donate blood, not to get them more freaked out.
Yeah.
And so you have to be very aware of that. And our rule of thumb is this: we show shiny, happy people at LifeSouth. That's who we're trying to, because we want our blood mobiles to be inviting. We want our donor centers to be inviting, and that is shiny, happy people. We do not use fear. I don't like to use fear campaigns, and I think that when you leave, you should feel really good about what you did to the point where you share it with others and not do it out of some kind of frightened state, because that's not something that you can sustain yourself with. So
the next one could have easily have come from this segment that we do with you. We have changed this to 30, but it says here, spare only 15 minutes and save one life. I think when we first started talking to you, we were saying 15 minutes because I think it can be that quick, but most of the times it's more like
right.
Yeah.
It really, well, what they mean by that is that's the longest term that the needle can be in your arm. And people go back and forth. I always like to tell them, hey, you got to tell them the entire process, because it's not like you just show up and roll up your sleeve and then they draw the unit. No, you got to go through the interview and physical and stuff like that. Then you have to wait a certain time after you donate, make sure you feel good. So I always use half an hour. So
the next one looks like it could have come out of Comic-Con. It shows a guy who's a little bit in need of some shaping up, and he's got a super costume on.
See Wonder Woman?
No. And it shows some other people that are not so bad shape, but there's at least one guy in here that could be me. Heroes come in all types and sizes, it says here. And
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
But the one I saw, it says, heroes come in all types. So, and it's more of a play on blood types than in the stereo than anything else.
Yeah, I like that.
This was how do you pronounce it? Bonfils? Bonfils.
Bondies. They're out of Denver, Colorado.
FILS? That's how you say V's? Okay.
Yep. Bondies. I don't know.
The next one. Anybody can save lives. A simple slogan says it all. This quote served to promote a campaign in Greece. The poster is the one that really...
Yeah. The problem is it doesn't say blood. And I always try to make sure that anything we do actually says what we're trying to accomplish, and so it needs to say blood on there.
Well, that's why we just can't say LifeSouth. We have to say LifeSouth Blood Centers, because people some people might not be familiar with the term LifeSouth.
That's absolutely right. Thank you.
The next one, this is from the World Blood Donors Day back in 2012, considered to be one of the 11 most powerful slogans. A single pint can save 3 lives. A single gesture can create 1 million smiles.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like that one. It was long. It was very long, but I like that one.
It is kind of long.
I used to be on the World Donor Day committee. It's something that you rotate off of. Kind of glad to rotate off it. It's a lot of work.
I bet it is.
The next one is from Crown Plaza in Kuala Lumpur, where they had a blood drive, and they used this slogan: "Donate your blood for a reason. Let the reason to be life." That's probably a funny translation.
There you go.
Let the reason to be life.
I like it.
Here's one. I think you had this one. The American Red Cross campaign. Starve a vampire, donate blood.
Oh, sure. I mean, starve a mosquito, starve a vampire.
Yeah.
Those are pretty common. I'm surprised the Red Cross uses that. They don't typically do those kinds of campaigns.
Here's another one from World Blood Donor Days. You're somebody's type. It's simple as that. You're somebody's type.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one sort of goes along with the vampire one. Don't let mosquitoes get your blood first.
Yeah.
Don't let mosquitoes get your blood first. There you go. So the 11 powerful slogans for donating blood, and you've used quite a few of them. What was one of the ones? You came up with one a few years ago that I liked a lot.
Oh, gosh. I can't remember.
I liked one. It went something like this: be a human racehorse. That's what I like that one.
That's right. Exactly. That's a good one.
Be a human racehorse. Yeah.
Yep. We can do that.
There you go. There you go. Still waiting for you to start that one.
You have to have listened for many years to get the joke.
Yeah, that's an old one. That's an old throwback.
I really love the visual, though, of the little boy on the billboard with his hands on his hips, and he's got the mask and the superhero cape.
Yeah. So you guys come up with one every year, Galen?
Yes, kind of. It just depends on 2 things. One, if we can, refreshen it and make it good for our staff. Believe it or not, these campaigns have more to do with our staff and our staff getting behind it and being able to support it and get other, our donors fired up. And then the second thing is, it really just depends on the world. For a long time, I fought the whole superhero thing, because I just, when you talk to a blood donor, they say, I'm not a hero. I just donated blood. That was no big deal.
Right.
But because superheroes are so popular in our culture, And there is a natural tie-in because you are saving a life. That it just, to be honest with you, my staff just broke me down and said, "No, we need to do this. We need to do this."
Oh, really?
And they finally won.
So, have you ever had a staff member come up with a great slogan? Do you give them a bonus? Do you give them a day off or a week off?
Yeah.
No, I give them a pat on the back and say, "Good job." But it's not like that.
You don't call them out as...
Think about it. Oh, wow, I created this slogan. I'm the greatest person ever.
Yeah, but okay. So you have a special dinner.
Help me do my job.
A special dinner in December, and you call them up to the podium and say, "I want to thank you for the slogan this year." No. Huh?
No, because I honestly, every good slogan we've ever had has been like a combination of like 50 years.
More than one person.
And it's. There is nothing new. Everything's been done before.
Galen, we got 15 seconds. Where's the Bloodmobile?
We're actually closed to the public today.
All right. That's easy. 7 minutes before the window opens for that launch over at the Cape.
Yay.
Thank you, Galen. Be careful. Thank you for what you do.
You guys are the best.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm Lillian Wu. At the DNC, a presidential appeal to elect Hillary Clinton.
For 4 years, I had a front row seat to her intelligence, her judgment, and her discipline.
President Obama last night on his former Secretary of State, billionaire and former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, ripping into Donald Trump's history of bankruptcies and lawsuits.
And angry stockholders and contractors who feel cheated, and disillusioned customers who feel they've been ripped off.
A Trump campaign advisor saying Democrats spoke in cheap, petty terms beneath the dignity of a convention. And you have another chance to win that Powerball jackpot.
No winner on Wednesday night means the jackpot for Saturday is now a whopping $478 million. If you take the cash options, just over $330 million, with that after taxes, somewhere around $220 million.
Fox's John Saucier. Fox News. We report. You decide.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm one out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we can grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
RL here to tell you how to deal with this heat wave. Get on down to Dairy Queen at Silver Springs. They have a blizzard waiting for you to cool off with. What a great treat in many different flavors. Or get one of our juicy char-grilled burgers with the #1 rated milkshake in America. So come on down to Dairy Queen at Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
This is the beat of a normal heart. Now this is the beat of a heart of someone who just snorted or injected or smoked methamphetamine. Why? For a high. And this is what happens to that normal heartbeat. It's irregular, it's racing, it's why it's called speed, and it can do bizarre things to our heads. It can make us aggressive and violent. We can start hallucinating and end up doing some serious damage to people. Call 1-8888-NO-METH today for more information on methamphetamine. That's 1-8888-NO-METH.
A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free Florida and America.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
New windows will beautify your home and bring you immediate energy savings. Renewal by Anderson of Central Florida leads the way in quality and installs the name brand homeowners trust. Visit renewalbyanderson.com for a free in-home consultation with the pros. Right now, buy 4 windows and get the 5th free. Plus, no money down, 0% interest, and 0 payments for 12 months with approved credit. Visit renewalbyanderson.com. That's renewalbyanderson.com. Offer ends July 31st. License CGC 1523333.
This is Kendall Carpenter with Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. I want to introduce you to the fine